Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess, and welcome to episode 26 of the Crafty Princess Diaries podcast. Today is September 1st, 2015, and today's episode is called Crafting Rejection. And I will explain that in a few minutes. First, I wanted to welcome new viewers, and I wanted to welcome previous viewers who are stopping by again. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I know I have a teeny tiny audience, and I appreciate you guys. I do have a few people that come back regularly and that contact me, and thank you so much for that. So let's welcome some of the new people. Subscribers recently to my YouTube channel include Madison Schmutz, Carol Langston, yay Carol, hello, Mary Jolly, Roxanne Bigelow, Lorraine Gonda, Diana Laundry, and Leo Montez. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you enjoy my podcast videos as well as other videos. I do post videos at least probably once a week or more, and they are kind of all over the road, but all pretty much related to crafting for the most part. I do have some other videos that come out occasionally, like maybe a video of my cats. And also I've been doll collecting, which is kind of related to crafting. So you might see some doll related or doll art crafting type videos as well. I mean, there are already some on there right now, in fact. So, okay, so why is it called Crafting Rejection? It is called that because, as I have mentioned in previous podcasts, I have been working on a doll related collection, I guess a doll collecting and crafting related book. I put a proposal together, I sent it to my most recent publisher, and they gave me the big no. So, and of course they gave me some sort of generic reason as something like, we just don't think there's a big enough audience for it. And I don't buy that. I think well, I know there's a huge audience. There are tons of Blythe collectors and pull-up collectors, and just there's tons of doll collectors out there. I'm part of many groups who not only collect dolls but also make items for dolls, and so I don't think that's really necessarily correct. But they have to say something. They don't want to say, well, basically we hated all the projects in your book and we thought the whole idea was stupid. They're not, they have to have something kind of generic to tell you. However, in some ways it's actually good, I think, that happened, because it has made me take a step back and rethink the project, and I am going to probably change things considerably in it as far as the crafting projects in the book go. And I'll get to that again in a minute. Let's see. Oh, my giveaways. I had some giveaways going on, some for YouTube, which I already did give out one prize. Another prize, I just had trouble connecting to people. And, I do the random number generator, get the person, scroll through, find the person, there's no email. And I'm not digging around all over the place. If somebody has a YouTube channel and they don't want to put their email someplace, I mean, sorry. Or then I would, find an email, contact the person, never hear back. And yeah, I'm not even going to mention their names because I don't want them to see this video like a year from now and go, yo, where's my prize? So I tried to get you. You didn't want to, for whatever reason, we did not connect. I am sorry. What I would recommend is, if you really want to win something, go over to my Ravelry group and join my Ravelry group, because over there, of course, and be active on Ravelry, but I run a finished objects thread every month now, and last month we had a winner who I've already contacted. I always post the winners back in the thread, like I lock the thread, contact the winners. After I hear back from them, I go back in there and say something like, congratulations to so-and-so and so-and-so. So this, for August, the one winner was getting this book, 60 Quick Baby Knits, and another winner is getting a Kindle copy of my novel, Crafting Memories. So I've heard from one person, I'm waiting to hear from the other person. So for September, this is super cool, okay? And, by the way, just a reminder, it's Ravelry, but all crafts are invited for the finished objects thread. So for September, our finished objects Ravelry prize is this book, Coloring Dream Mandalas. And I'm working with the publisher now to get some sample pages that I will put on my blog for you guys that you can download as PDF files and color. And that's what this is. It's a coloring book for adults. The idea is it's supposed to stimulate, creativity. It's supposed to relax you. And it's just beautiful. It's full of all kinds of fabulous things for you to color. Little images similar to this, only they're all blank, so you would color them. Okay, so the publisher is going to send this out. It's international as far as I know. If that changes, I will definitely post that on the rules over on Ravelry, and this will also be mentioned in my blog. All right, finished objects. I have, where's that at? I received some supplies, full disclosure, free from Panda Haul. PandaHaul.com is a jewelry making supply company, and I agreed to do, I've got a video, like a really brief video about pearls that I'm going to be publishing for them, and also a couple of projects, one of which is already up on my blog, which happens to be this necklace. It's just crystals and pearls alternating with some antiqued chain and this kind of cool magnetic clasp. Bink. Isn't that neat? Like you barely, woo. So this is, I like these in that they are very easy, especially when you're trying to fiddle behind your neck and trying to get it connected. These are really nice. So, so that's one finished object. And I guess that's some acquisition too, because they sent me various supplies. The other one is something I showed you last week, and I was last week. It's been like at least 2 weeks since my previous podcast. Are these wrist warmers? Oh, I get my hand in it. Ooh. I was having some issues with them because I picked up the wrong hook at one point. These I made using a G-size hook, but at some point, for whatever reason, an F hook showed up in my project bag and I started using it. But now they are done, and this is a wrist warmer project. It's a free pattern from Lion Brand, and the yarn that I use, which looks fabulous, is the Kismet colorway. It is, see, I wrote it down, Expressions Fiber Art Supply Superwash. Yes, so that is where. So these puppies are done. So I had trouble finding these because they're so little, but I've been making little doll dresses. And you can see, yes, this is leftover Kismet yarn. If you have been watching my videos at all, I have a few where I was doing some craft experimentation on some old Barbie dolls that I picked up at Goodwill, and they had no clothing at all. So I whipped up a couple of little, crochet dresses for a few of them, and it got me to thinking, hey, I am now collecting pull-up and Blythe dolls, and one of the cool things with both the dolls, especially Blythe's, is dressing them. So I decided to scale down from Barbie because Barbie's quite a big gal compared to a Blythe doll. The Blythe body is about the size of a skipper. It is the size of a skipper. They can wear the same clothes. So I made a few dresses. You may, in fact, recognize this. This yarn is once a shawl that I was working on. I was knitting, and my dog ate half of it. So yeah, this is something you can do with those little odds and ends, or make little doll dresses. And what I like about these are that they're really fast, so they're a lot of quick projects. And I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to, because I just came up with this, I have no pattern, but I'm trying to standardize the pattern, which relates to the book thing that I was talking about. Originally with my doll book idea, without going into huge detail, my doll crafting book idea was going to have a variety of crafts in it. And I think that could be a turn off. I've tried to do that before with proposals. Because I'm a craft person, I do all types of crafts, and I think other people do. But publishers, for whatever reason, often tell me, no, that's not good. It's too difficult for them. Like, where are you going to put it in the bookstore? And I guess I just don't really understand what to do with a book that has various types of crafts. It's an unusual, animal for them. So my thoughts now, it's going to be more difficult because I have been crocheting, for many years, but I do stuff like this where I just make things up, and now I have to turn this into an actual pattern where I would write it down and count it out and have somebody tech edit it for me and all this kind of thing. So, but I think I'm going to try to do that. I did think of, other than this little dress, which is one of the ones I'm kind of showing you, which is probably bad luck, but whatever. I have quite a few other crochet ideas, so now my idea for that particular proposal is to make it all crochet. So it would be crochet crafts for dolls, and there's other parts of the book too. That's not just the whole book, but So that means it's going to take me a while, but I'm okay. I'm not in a, I don't have a timeline on that. So, so yeah, those are my finished objects. As far as whips go, I am working on some more wrist warmers. I set this yarn aside. I had used this yarn, which is Desert Vista Dye Works in the Happy Birthday Cupcake colorway. I had made a pair of wrist warmers for a friend of mine, and they turned out so fabulous. So I think there's enough, fingers crossed, there will be enough for me to make, another pair. So what I did, because when I made her the wrist warmers, just out of pure luck, they basically striped up. Here's some of the one I started already. They had naturally striped up and actually matched each other almost exactly. And I thought, wow, maybe I should actually try to do that. So I took the rest of the yarn and I separated it into two pieces, trying to make sure that they're about the same. They start at the same place and end at the same place. So we will see how that goes. But this is, it's nice yarn. It's nice to work with. It's just regular. In fact, I don't know. I don't think I have the ball band anymore. But it is just regular old stock yarn. But I don't know if this is really, the colors are washed out from what I see on my screen. These are much brighter in person. So those are my next wrist warmers for me. And then I'm also working on another flamingo, which hopefully I'm going to get this done pretty soon. So probably I won't be showing it on another podcast, possibly. I've got Gordon the Flamingo, which I've made before and shown you guys before. I'm almost done. I have the beak and the feet and the legs done, and now I'm working on the body. And I'm using Brava yarn from Knit Picks, acrylic. And this is hopefully, like I said, I'll have it done soon, and this will be a gift for my sister. She has a blog called Tapping Flamingo. She's also a crafter, has a YouTube site. She does all types of crafts as well. And she likes flamingos, and I've been forever saying that I'm going to make her, a flamingo. So I'm going to see her fairly soon, in about a week or so, and hopefully that will be done and I can give that to her. So what is in my future as far as crafting goes? Like I said, I will definitely be doing some doll crafting. As far as crochet goes, I want to standardize the pattern that I've been just making. I actually have a friend of mine who also collects Blythe dolls. I just got my very first Blythe, and I'll have a video on that. I'm actually going to do a video where I show my curio with my current hodgepodge collection of dolls, which have Madame Alexander, a pull-up doll, one Blythe, and a couple of dolls from Ever After High. So I have a friend, like I said, who also collects Blythe dolls, so I'm trying to whip up a couple of dresses to send to her. All right, so into acquisitions. I do have some acquisitions. One was something that I ordered, like, I don't even remember, a couple of months ago, easily. And it is from Desert Vista Dye Works. And it is the If They Kill Michonne colorway. She has a series of colorways that she does related to The Walking Dead, and I'm a big Walking Dead fan. And Michonne is pretty much probably my favorite character on that show. Yet this looks almost nothing like I thought it would. I had seen this posted, like I said, a few months ago on Instagram, and on the picture on Instagram it looked super purpley. And I'm a purple fan, so I was like, ooh, purple Michonne, oh my god, Walking Dead, I gotta buy it. So I pre-ordered it. You have to some of the stuff I guess she has ready to go in her shop, but then she does these colorways where you have to pre-order, wait for her to dye them, send them out. It's takes quite a while. And so by the time I got it, I was like, what is this? And I went back and looked up the picture, and yet it's more on the reds and pinks, and there's like some blue green in here and white. It's a stretch to say there's any purple in here whatsoever. So I don't know what happened. I mean, I realized that, like the colors you see on the screen are not going to be the same exact ones you see in person, but I'm okay with this. I mean, I'll use it for something, but I will say I'm disappointed in that it's not really the colors that I thought it was going to be. But I'm using her yarn now to make those little wrist warmers, and it's nice yarn. It feels nice. It's squishy. It's not super duper soft, but it's nice. It is 75% superwash merino wool and 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. So yeah, so it's just, you know, it's good old standard sock yarn. So we'll see. Maybe I'll actually someday make socks with these. I don't know. And then I purchased some yarn. I really did not expect to do this. I'm trying to be on a yarn diet, but you know how that goes. But I got an email from Morehouse, was it Morehouse Farms? Very sadly, they're actually selling the business because one of the owners is quite ill. And they had a 35% off sale going on. And I had used their yarn before. In fact, if you look at a very early episode, I was knitting what was it? It was a scarf, a basket weave scarf. I called it my basket case scarf because I was like making all these mistakes on it. But it turned out really beautiful, and the yarn I happened to use was this pink yarn, and I don't remember the colorways here, so I don't, honestly, I can't exactly remember. I think this is called like soft pink. But the scarf turned out really nice, and I thought, well, it'd be nice to have a hat to go with it. So I got this, and it's a 2-ply. And it's just, you know, regular old wool yarn. I also got this, which I believe this was called chocolate. It seems really dark on the screen, but it's like a warm brown. And I kind of envision maybe making myself an amigurumi, like a teddy bear or bunny or something. It's pretty soft and squishy. And then I got 3 other skeins. I'm sorry for the crinkling. I have cats running around, so you can't just leave yarn out. I have 3 other colors that I thought would kind of work well together. I believe this is burgundy, and one of these other ones, and yeah, that's a little bit better of the colors. One of these is called strawberry, I believe, and maybe cranberry. I don't remember. These were all in like the pinkish colors. I don't know if I'm going to do something with all these together. I just was like, my heart went out to them, and I've used their yarn, and it's good yarn. I like it. They have fabulous colors to pick from, and I was just like, I'm buying yarn. So I bought, yeah, I guess 5 skeins of yarn, and I would have bought more if I could afford to buy more, but I had to stop at some point. So yes, I hope everything works out with them. And I don't know if the sale is still going on, but you may want to hop over there to just check it out and see. I did post it on Facebook and a few places on I think I even mentioned it on my blog, so for people so that they could, you know, get in there, because 35% off. The yarn's actually quite reasonably priced anyway. So to be able to get on there and get it with 35% off, I was like, wow, that's really awesome. So yeah, sorry for the choppy editing here, but my computer kept popping up things. I use my laptop to record a lot of times, and so because I hadn't turned it on in a while, all this stuff is like, update this, update that, restart the computer. I don't want to do that. I'm in the middle of filming. Thank you. So yeah, that's why I kind of had to cut some things out. But that's going to wrap it up for me. That's what I'm working on, and I'm going to put my social media links down there at the bottom in the YouTube website, my YouTube channel. So if you look down there, you have to click on more because it's not going to show all of it unless you click on more. So please feel free to follow me over on Instagram, Facebook, let's see, where else? Tumblr. I'm mostly Instagram and Facebook for the most part, and I have a Facebook group even, so please feel free. It's actually not a group, it's a page. There's a difference. So, but please feel free to stop by there because I do post updates about when I have videos out. And of course, if you just go ahead and subscribe. And I will say, when you subscribe, supposedly you're supposed to get email notifications, and I subscribe to like at least 50 channels. I don't always get email notifications for these channels. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't understand why you know, that's happening. Maybe there's something I need to go in there. I know at one point you had to go in there and not only subscribe, but click on something that said, you know, notify. So maybe I need to check that. But I'm on YouTube all the time, so what I pretty much do is just go in there and look at my subscriptions and see if anything new is on any of my sites. So any of the channels that I follow, there'll be a little one or two if there's some new videos. So yeah, if you're not getting email notifications, you can always do that. But like I said, I do post a video right now. I've been doing one at least once a week. So yeah, I'm on there a lot, and I'm doing, you know, yarn videos, bead videos, book reviews. I've been doing book reviews now, crafting book reviews. So I hope you have a few minutes to just click on the little link that'll pop up here to subscribe, and make sure, of course, that you stop by TammyPally.com. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful crafting day. Bye.